Welcome to episode 3 of Perspectives on Stewardship in a Digital World. My name is Brad Patterson, and I'm a Senior Vice President at CCS Fundraising. I'm joined today by Cory Howat, Executive Director of the Catholic Community Foundation for the Archdiocese of New Orleans, and founding member and President of iGiveCatholic. Our special guest today is Rick Carrico, Development Director at St. Leo Catholic Church and School in the Diocese of Lexington. Let's jump right into the first question. Rick, you started your current role in 2019, just before the iGiveCatholic Giving Day. Could you tell me about inheriting the process of participating in iGiveCatholic and how you went about preparing for that first year?
Yes, in May of 2019, I started at St. Leo. And one of the things that was brought to my attention very quickly was iGiveCatholic will be coming up. And honestly, it was a little intimidating. But with the help of a gentleman out of the diocese, Lexington Diocese, he came and sat down with me, and we had multiple phone conversations, and he walked me through the process. And after spending a little time with him, made it much simpler and not near as fearful. It's just a matter of coming up with a plan, coming up with a story, and sharing that story. And going with that and having some fun with it. And at the end of the day, hopefully you make your goal. And if not, then you still created some new relationships along the way.
In that first year, you set a goal of $42,000. So not just dipping your toe, you identified a new roof as your project and set about raising $42,000. Tell me how you used digital community and the school students, and tell me the way you painted that story.
Well, first we had to come up with a story, a real story that people can relate to. And our school had been built in 2010, and unfortunately we had to replace the roof. And so we figured out that it was going to cost roughly $42,000. We started coming up with ways to make that happen, and we came up with a story, as well as the gentleman from the diocese said, you need to show that you have some effort that's already been made. And so fortunately, my wife and children and I have been part of St. Leo for 17 years. So I've already had some relationships built, and I was able to go to those select families that I know that have been at St. Leo for multiple years, and was able to get some donations basically committed. And at that point in time, we needed $42,000, and before the event even started, we had roughly $21,000 committed. And so the day of the event, what we did was use that $21,000 as a matching opportunity. We would have, the next $1,000 donation will be sponsored by, quote, the Jones family. And then so every $50 would turn into 100, every 100 would turn into 2. So we did a whole lot of interactivity, posting through Facebook. But even prior to that, we did talks from the pulpit, Father Chris, as well as myself. And we did a lot of Facebook. We did a lot of emailing. But the true success, I think, came from in-person interaction, being able to talk to someone and say, this is what we're doing, and not only ask for a financial donation, but also their support in spreading the story.
You do such a fantastic job there, not only being able to spread the campaign and push it forward, but I think one of the keys to your success is obviously, your own involvement, being able to push, but also how you're able to engage and to be able to kind of to connect those folks. The mix of the matching gift with the engagement of the community, would you say that one of the matching gifts was kind of the piece or one of the angles that really helped you kind of change the trajectory of y'all's day?
The matching definitely helped. I think there were people that were going to give anyway, but we kind of made it a little fun by having those individuals that would be sponsoring the next match. And we did that throughout the day. And I think not only did it help facilitate more people giving, but it also it helped keep everyone's interest throughout the day. You know, I would get phone calls, I would get a text, and we would do Facebook, posts. How we doing? Have we got close? What's going on? And I was telling Brad also, this is after the fact, but we got the school involved, we got the parish involved, got the school kids involved, and they even took up a collection themselves. I think it was roughly $380. And but the really cool thing is we finished tonight at $42,187. We beat it by $187. But the next morning we were going to make an announcement, and we have morning prayer every morning in the gym. And as I was walking down to the gym, I had multiple 6, 7, 8-year-old kids. Hey, Mr. Carrico, how did we do? Did we reach our goal of 42,000?
I love that story. I love the idea that there are 8-year-olds the next day wondering if you made your goal, and that shows how connected everybody was in the process. Leading to my next question, the donor stewardship, something we've talked about a lot on the previous 2 of these sessions. And you explained earlier that in 2020, because of that positive experience in 2019, a donor felt compelled to come forward anonymously and pledge a significant gift of support for tuition assistance, specifically identifying your stewardship day as the avenue with which they wanted to put forward this effort. Could you talk a little bit about that?
I had this family that came to me and our priest, Father Chris, with an idea of let's do a matching opportunity, and they offered to give $50,000 as a matching opportunity. If we raised 50, they would donate 50, which was incredibly giving. And so we took that idea and we ran with it, and we fell just a little bit short of our $50,000 goal on the 24-hour iGiveCatholic. We did reach 48,000, and the anonymous family went ahead and gave their 50,000, making it $98,000 at midnight. And after the fact, after people saw how successful we were and we were just a little short, we ended up getting about another $9,000. So we came in around $107,000.
Man, Rick, you continue to amaze. That's incredible. It really is. It's interesting, Rick, because you're a great practitioner out there that could really help bring this home for so many people that are either watching this or contemplating the day. The interaction of this day kind of as a way to express your faith. Would you mind speaking to that? But also, if you don't mind, kind of tie in a couple things as we kind of wrap this up. Briefly bring home 1 or 2 points that you would share with somebody out there contemplating the day and advice that you'd give them.
I would tell whoever is contemplating doing iGiveCatholic for the first time, try it. What's the worst thing that could happen? You put some time and effort into it, and maybe you don't hit your goal. But if you follow the outline that somebody gave me, which is come up with a story, come up with a real need that you're raising money for, be able to express that story in a very concise, understandable way, if you would, get other people, make that personal ask, not only from a financial support, but from help spreading that story. And once you do that, you have multiple people spreading that story instead of just myself. Even if you don't hit your goal, even if you hit half of it, you're that much more ahead than where you were. Plus, you've had an opportunity for engagement with your parishioners, with your school parents, with your school kids. And I'm a total believer in engagement. Engagement leads to a feeling of belonging. And then once you start to feel like you belong, you're going to become more active, whether it be in volunteering for ministries within the church, whether it's volunteering for school board. You're going to get more active. You're going to start believing in not only the school and the parish, but the people that are within it. So
Amen.
even if you don't make the money you want, you're still creating relationships that is going to do nothing but blossom in the years to come.
Amen.
Rick, thank you so much for your insights today and for participating with us and sharing all of this great information. It's wonderful to hear about all of your success at St. Leo in the Diocese of Lexington. So thank you very much. Cory, thank you as always, and thank you to iGiveCatholic for your partnership and the impact you have on the Catholic Church across this country through your good work each year. Finally, thank you to all of our viewers for tuning in to each of our 3 episodes on perspectives on stewardship in a digital world. We hope you've enjoyed the series. I know that Cory and I have. For additional information or questions, please contact CCS at ccsfundraising.com. If you'd like to participate in iGiveCatholic's 2021 Giving Day, please visit iGiveCatholic.org. Thank you all so much for your participation, and we hope to see you soon.